When I first decided to go back to school for my PhD in psychology at University of West Georgia, I fully expected to encounter some people who would be derogatory towards parapsychology, even though they know very little about the topic. But I was not prepared to meet multiple people who were also very negative about the topic of popular psychology books. And I discovered as I was looking for material to explain this, that really the books that talked about the subject the most were doing exactly what they were accusing popular psychology writers of doing. They were sensationalizing the idea that people write popular psychology books and they're just perpetrating myths. Well, I was recognizing some of their names. And so I did further investigations and found out that some of these people who write books about how bad popular psychology books are, some of them are actually members of skeptical societies. It turns out they're the same people that are very opposed to the topic of parapsychology. And some of them run skeptical organizations and have written skeptical books. And they also are very much involved, some of them in the American Psychological Association, having leadership roles. And they're also writing introductory psychology books. And then the next group of people that I found that are very negative about popular psychology are those who are writing religious books. And it turns out at first it doesn't seem that way. There's catchy titles like Psychobabble or psychomythologies. And so you think these books are written by psychologists, but then you find out that they're written by people coming from a Christian perspective. And oftentimes those books are very negative about all of psychology. And both of those do have take strong issue with the entire field of humanistic psychologies, positive psychology. So they're going after some of the leaders in transpersonal psychology. So it turns out that this is really not just an assault against popular psychology writers, but it is against entire subfields of psychology. And that's not readily apparent. So using a methodology called formal case study method, I set about finding all the articles I could on the topic of attention. I found 145 titles. And then from there, using library guides, I set about to distinguish which books would fall under the popular categories and which books would fall under the scholarly category. And that was not an easy task. From here, I took a sampling of 12 books, 6 books in the popular category, 6 books in the scholarly category. And then I set about evaluating them. First and foremost, I did want to find out how well did both categories of books handle references. How well did they handle taking information from original sources and then discussing these? And did they do so accurately? And did they do so in an objective manner? Another thing I did was compare reviews between both categories, professional reviews and reviews on Amazon. And I found that the popular books had so many more Amazon reviews. It was just insane how many more they had than the scholarly books. So popular books are actually way more popular. But the interesting thing is that they also were cited not quite as often, but they were cited quite a bit on Google Scholar. So I was able to find that other journals, academic journals, other books referenced a lot of the popular psychology books. So with that, if you're interested in learning more, you can read my upcoming paper that'll be published in the Journal of Scientific Exploration, and that will be coming out this fall 2022. Or you could read the book. I have it on Amazon, and it's my full dissertation. You can find it under my name, Debra Lynne Katz. Thanks.